Something is terribly wrong here. It's Thursday and I'm all alone in the studio. Where the heck is Sebastian? Well, I'm gonna do this the old-fashioned way, all by myself. Hey there underwater filmmakers, welcome back to the channel and to another episode of reviewing your underwater films. As you can see today I'm all by myself. Sebastian has left me all alone, but I will do my best to review today's video with the situation that is at hand, all by myself, and hopefully Sebastian will be able to join me again next week. Now, the video that we're reviewing, or that I am reviewing today, comes from Ezio Buzzacchi, an Italian guy who lives in Verona, and the video that we're just about to watch has been filmed in Lake Garda, so it's probably going to be very similar to what we get here in the Swiss lakes all the time when it comes to the environment and stuff. And he used a rather old GoPro Hero 3 to film his very first actual attempt of making an underwater film. So I'm very curious to see what Ezio has captured and prepared for us. So let's not waste any more time and dive right into it. All right, we're preparing for a dive. This actually looks like home. This could just as well be at the Lake of Zurich or somewhere. I wonder if this is Ezio, or if he's behind the camera. That was a bit shaky. Why not? Get the same freshwater lobsters here in Switzerland, in most of our lakes. They do make really good subjects to practice on them. All right, well, thank you very much, Ezio, for submitting your film here to this series and letting me review it within the series of reviewing your underwood films. Where do I start? There is a couple of things that I would like to pass on to you regarding the film that you've submitted. Let's start with the intro. I actually really liked the intro because it was kind of leading or showing the preparation of getting into the water and actually getting onto that dive. So I did like the very first part of you grabbing your dive equipment. You were showing us that you were going by car and you were on the road to the dive site. Once you got to the dive site, up until then I found the intro quite nice. Then it started to become a little too long. Until then it was perfect in the length. I really enjoyed it. But then when you got to the dive site, the panning shots along the shoreline, they were a little too long for me. So you could have probably just shortened them up by a little bit and then the intro would have been really nice. Think about getting a transitional shot from the panning shot on the shoreline to the shot where we see either you or your buddy underwater. Maybe you can, have like a shot where you were descending with the camera with your dive buddy along the way. So you're showing your dive buddy descending on the dive, maybe even giving an OK signal into the camera and then just deflating the BCD and just slowly descending down below the surface. That would have probably been a better transition in that sense. Underwater, well, there wasn't really much of a story other than you taking us through that dive. And probably the biggest thing that I can recommend to you there is to try to be a little more deliberate on the shots that you're taking. Try to take your time and decide for a certain framing, a certain shot that you want to take, and then just try to execute this shot as good as you can. The shots that you were showing us, some of them were quite nice, others were rather shaky, and some of them I didn't really find too interesting, I have to say. So trying to be more deliberate and deciding specifically on what you want to show in your video. And this also comes with thinking about this probably a little bit ahead of time, and before you even get into the water, you will be able to just get more deliberate shots, and that's going to help you in putting your edit together in the long run and once you get onto the computer. Also think about capturing certain objects in more than just one shot and in more than just one perspective. Like for example, the freshwater lobster that you were showing us. I think that this is a quite interesting topic or a quite interesting subject that you can actually spend some extra time on trying to capture that object from a variety of different angles. Try to get like a wide angle shot of that lobster. Try to get a mid shot as you did. I know with the GoPro it can be challenging and demanding trying to get a good close-up shot, but if you do have a close-up macro lens, you can try to do that as well. If you don't, well then at least try to get that freshwater lobster from a few different angles. Try maybe to get a shot from top down, maybe try getting a shot sort of eye level, maybe try getting a little further down and get a shot up towards the surface with the freshwater lobster in that shot as well. So you can just mix it up a little bit, and this is going to give you just a higher or more variety to work with and more shots to work with in your post-processing and in the editing process there. What else can I say about this video, Ezio? Well, if we talk about the color grading and the color correction, I don't really think that you've done too much work on the color grading, color correction side. Maybe you haven't done even anything at all, which is okay. You don't really have to if you don't want to. My suggestion then is though, if you don't want to spend any time on color grading and color correcting your images, please do use a magenta filter if you're diving in green water, or a red filter if you're diving in blue water. That's just going to help you and give you a just more natural looking image that way. Alternatively, what you can also do is use a LUT on top of your image if you don't want to go through grading and correcting all your images individually. Like for example, my LUT packs that I've created for GoPro cameras. There is a LUT pack specifically for blue water, for ocean footage. Or footage that has been recorded in blue water, in ocean water, and there is a LUT pack for green water footage that has been recorded mostly in lakes. So depending on what footage you're working with, you can pick the appropriate LUT pack and a LUT from that LUT pack, apply it onto your footage, and you should get much nicer results with pretty much no work that has to be done on your side. If you want to check them out, I'll put a link down in the video description below so you can go and check out these LUTs, and if you find them useful, feel free to purchase whichever fits your needs the best. And last but not least, what I also want to talk about is the music that you've picked, Ezio. I think that the music is quite a good choice. I think it fits well with the images that you were showing us in your film here. And that's pretty much all I've got to say for this review here. Thank you very much, Ezio, for submitting this film to be reviewed here within this series. Unfortunately, Ezio does not have a YouTube account, so I cannot link to the video itself, and I cannot link to his account either, but you've seen the film here, and hopefully that's gonna be enough of a reference of what Ezio's work is like. In any case, if you guys have a film yourself that you would like to submit to the series here for us to be reviewing it within this series, feel free to send me an email with the link to the uploaded film, preferably to contact@matthiaslebo.com, and myself and hopefully Sebastian next time as well will make sure to watch that film and review it for you here on my channel. Please make also sure to include what camera you've used to film it and what accessories, where it was filmed. Any additional information is helpful for us so we can give you a more detailed review on the film that we're watching and reviewing here on the channel. As always, I hope that this review was useful to you and you got something out of it, and if that's the case, then please do hit that like button and also consider subscribing to the channel so you're not missing out on any future content that will be uploaded here on a regular basis. Thanks so much for your time, guys, and for watching. Until next time, have a fantastic week, and I will see you, hopefully, in some company next week here on the channel.